What's up, everybody? Today we have another video. We are going to talk about Star Wars. Okay, so if you've been around my channel, you probably know I'm a huge Star Wars fan. If you've been following my channel for a while now, you would know that I really love the original Star Wars by George Lucas. I also love the prequels, even though I understand they had mistakes. As in filmmaking mistakes, but the story itself, I always found it very compelling. I'm always drawn to it. I love Anakin Skywalker. I love Luke Skywalker. I love the Skywalker family. However, I am not a fan of the Disney Star Wars, and that is because after The Last Jedi, I kind of had the idea, along with a lot of other fans, that Disney had no idea what they were doing. They did not have a plan from the very beginning. And even though things like that happens in filmmaking, I know because I'm a filmmaker myself, and even in the original Star Wars, certain things George was kind of figuring it out along the way, but the main storyline of what happening with this character from beginning to end, he knew that. However, when it comes to the Disney Star Wars, they did not have a plan for Rey. And I just wanted to make very clear that any criticism that I am, saying here towards the movie, it's not really about the actors or people that are working in the film, because these people, they have they're just working. Actors are just doing what they're told. So I have nothing against Daisy Ridley, but I didn't like the character of Rey, and that is mostly because the way they wrote the character. They wrote the character in kind of a boring way. You want to go and follow a journey with a character. When a character does not have a journey and the character is just good at everything, it just becomes kind of a boring character. And that was kind of what they did to Rey, but I thought was pretty bad. They should have followed the hero's journey, just like Luke. Luke Skywalker does become a master Jedi towards the third film, but he had a journey. He was not. He had he got a few slaps from Yoda. Let's put it that way. So here's what's going on, right? There is a video going on, and this was hosted by Josh Gad. It was an interview that it was aired on Jimmy Kimmel, and they're talking to Daisy Ridley. And even though a lot of the fans kept saying they had no plan, it's clear that they had no plan. This is a mess. Towards the end, she's a Skywalker, but she's not really a Skywalker. She's a Palpatine, and then none of the Skywalkers are involved in destroying Palpatine. It's you may like the visuals, you may think the movie was fun, whatever you may think, but if, as a Star Wars fan, I cannot engage with the story. The fact that they did not mention Anakin, or they didn't even have a Skywalker involved in the killing of Palpatine, I don't like that. None of the Skywalkers survived. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to react to this video, and let's see what Daisy Ridley's saying here. Okay, just get myself ready here. It's just really frustrating for a Star Wars fan. Okay, 2, 3, and bam!
Hey, I want to ask you, I just found this out. Have you been keeping Rey's secret from the beginning? Did you know about the parentage?
Did you know about
tell
the
me about
parenting?
that journey of when you found out.
No.
She didn't!
At the beginning, there was toying with like an Obi-Wan connection, and then it really went.
Wow, they were thinking to make her
Obi-Wan.
Really okay, I kind of understand, because they kind of did the same with Luke Skywalker, with Mark Hamill. But on the day, they did tell him, but that doesn't mean they didn't have a plan.
She was no one. And then it came to episode 9,
They
and
kept
JJ
changing.
pitched me the film and was like, oh yeah, Palpatine's granddaddy. And I was like, awesome. And then 2 weeks later, he was like, oh, we're not sure.
This is so
it kept
frustrating.
changing. So then even I was filming, and I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be.
Until the very end. So at one point, Obi-Wan was in there. Well, who else? Was Olaf amongst the possible parents? Or
I think Olaf was, yeah. Just a galaxy far, far away. He was in a different. It was a darker time.
People bugging her. I think I need to hear it anymore, because then the interview continues. This is on Jimmy Kimmel channel. It's Josh Gad interview if you want to watch the whole thing. But anyways, my point here is that we heard from the star of the movie that there was no plan. They were kind of figuring it out as they were going along, and this is a huge mistake. And it's mind-blowing that Disney would spend so much money buying a franchise and not investing time in respecting the lore, you know. And not only that, they know how Star Wars fans are. Like, people like Star Wars so much, you know, they dig every single thing, they know every single detail. You know, I'm not like a Star Wars fan that would know every single detail, but I do care about the lore. And they know that the fans are like that. That's why they invested so much money. But then they invested so much money, but decided not to invest money in the story arc. You know, they wanted to end the Skywalker saga without even having the Skywalkers involved, pretty much. Because this was Rey's story and she's a Palpatine. Think about it. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know, the only Skywalker that could potentially continue the lineage is Ben, and they redeem him, but then they kill him off. Mainly all the Skywalkers are dead and buried. And I don't know if that was the idea that George had, but if he had that idea, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten there in a whole different way. Because I think, you know, for me, I don't consider these films part of the Skywalker saga. You know, I'll watch them if they're on TV there for free, but I'm definitely not buying them. I have the other films, you know, the George Lucas Star Wars, but it's hard to get behind this storyline because clearly they had no plan, you know. And many people said that, and whoever was saying that were right. We, the fans, were right. We knew there was no plan from the very start. They were just going along. It's not like I said, sometimes in filmmaking, certain things change along the way. Certain things you can go along and change it. Sometimes they're even doing rewrites on the set, and that's fine for smaller things, but not for a whole story arc. You know, the main story arc of the characters should have been drawn from the beginning. They should have known that the movie should start here and end here. They should have known who Rey was from the very beginning. When we first saw her, they should have known what they wanted to do. And that's one of the reasons why they brought Palpatine back. And that's also another reason why I really did not like this film, you know, the latest film, and I didn't like any of these films. I did like The Force Awakens when it first came out. I thought they were just doing nostalgia for the sake of bringing us back. I was behind it, but then after The Last Jedi, what they did to Luke, you know, the way that they treated Luke, I just did not like that movie. The way it was terrible. And then it gets to the third film, will also bring Palpatine back, and it's just like, it kind of destroys the story arc of Anakin Skywalker. And to me, this is so clear, but it seems like the people behind Lucasfilm and whoever were writing, the people writing these films, they were not thinking that way. It just makes me believe that they didn't understand the lore, nor they cared, or they didn't care. I don't know. But anyways, I don't even feel upset to a certain level anymore, because I just, like I said, I don't really consider this part of the Skywalker saga. They are there. I just feel sad for kids watching this, because I just don't think it's as compelling as the original story, but it is what it is. You know, I do know that the prequels also got a bad reputation. I grew up with the prequels. I love them. I think the story arc, you know, even though I acknowledge there's some mistakes, some things that could have been done better, I think the overall story arc really works. You know, by the third film, I really felt for Anakin. I loved the story, you know, but the newer films, I just can't connect. But anyways, guys, that is it for today. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next video. Bye.